It's not cool what you're all doing. None of you. It's not cool what these people are doing with their opinions that sound like facts, which are possible potentials of how the market, it really is a headache. It's annoying to watch. However, we do know that it's brand and marketing for the Fox News and all the other, well, we don't really want to talk about Fox News, as I am a avid supporter of Sean Hannity and others on the platform. However, there is some concerns and problems within the organization that irritate the hell out of me, that are unprofessional individuals who are glam squad. However, you as audience don't want to listen to somebody who has, you don't want to listen to somebody who's what you would consider your level, but then you also want someone on your level. That's how confusing you all are. You want someone who you think's better than you. Those people yeah, you do. You like someone who thinks they're better than you because it makes you feel like you're getting real information. That's a delusional aspect of what you've been trained to believe. And it takes a lot of work to get any of you to trust in what a person has to say, which you call brand and image. Now, there's individuals out there who are not doing brand and imaging that's appropriate. So Kim Kardashian and Mona Van doesn't do brand and image. She's just abusive. There's nothing about her that's a brand and an image. She doesn't have nothing to talk about. Kim Kardashian doesn't have anything to talk about, but she's an abuser also. But on a realm of her brand and image is a diabolical villain, and some of you find that interesting to watch. You actually enjoy the fact that your lives are falling apart, because what else are you going to talk about? You don't mind that your businesses are failing? You don't mind that you can barely put food on your table? You don't mind the fact that you've ran this country into the ground, not the current administration, but the one before us. I literally just ran into a girl who has been laid off by the Doge experience, and she's laying in bed, working from her bed at 11:30 in the morning, and posting videos on TikTok while getting paid by the government. She's then seen later on receiving a letter telling her that she's fired and crying her eyes out, saying that the administration is ruining her life. And then the comment section is full of people going, yeah, I know it's just horrible. I know it's just terrible. I know it's horrible. You might want to consider your business knowledge isn't a very good business knowledge, because the world does not revolve around you. You're an abuser. You learn how to be abusive amongst your WOKE culture. You love it, don't you, Asian girl? She also has a video where she's at a high school where she plays a CHINA individual in a Nutcracker, which the Nutcracker is, I thought the Nutcracker was British. However, she plays a CHINA Nutcracker, which is one of the lead roles, but she has no gratitude for that because she's Vietnam. She's a Vietnamese. So their whole existence is all about the color of this, how their eyes look, how their faces look, how much Botox do they need. They're 20-something years old. They're not delivering any substance or value to anyone. It all is about them getting value in their own existence, only caring about themselves, and then pretending to be part of some cult and clan to deliver a level of what they think is knowledge that they made up in their effing heads. While they invent concerns and problems, while they crash the market. I mean, let's talk about Rich BFF. Another Asian who has no idea except for insider trading, which is what you're all up to, which I warned all of you about with your NFT projects, didn't I? All NFT projects is insider trading of friend for friend favor, of getting people like Logan Paul or Jimmy Donaldson to get in like Flynn with their NFTs so that they can day trade off the attention of a brand and an image to then sell garbage art with no thought and no process and no care in the actual product itself. Nor in the project where they all went around and said community, we're all part of a community. Oh, you mean selectively choosing who's part of your community? Wouldn't that be a form of a Gestapo? I mean, I definitely experienced it at VCon 2022 when I watched Gary Vaynerchuk kiss Mona Van on the mouth while Peg Moore stood in front of me and disrespected my ass while he gave her a hug and said, "Of course I know who you are." Now that's some shit, isn't it? For all of you in the room and in the auditorium to know what's going on, you call yourselves entrepreneurs, and you are the most disrespectful pieces of garbage that I've ever seen in my whole fucking life, to where I've been making content out of control all over the platform, to where you have nothing to say or bring to the table. You know, occasionally an Arab would chime in. Occasionally an Arab would chime in thinking that they're better than. So who's controlling the algorithm? Who's controlling what you see and who sees your content? How do you infiltrate the algorithm? Is China infiltrating our algorithm in the United States of America when it comes to Facebook and Instagram so that we only see provocative women who are disgusting? The fact that you could sit there and make those pictures and videos with another woman is absolutely astounding. Astounding that your implant tits, Timothy Chalamet, will stand in front of our faces and behave like that and act as if there's nothing wrong with it. You're going to act as if nothing's wrong with what you and Kylie Jenner are up to, disrespecting the audience. And let's not forget about Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin. The disrespect comes in the form of heaps and heaps of trash, and I will expose each and every one of you for the disrespect that you've put upon the audience, because you might think that your fan base is more powerful than the intellects, but I assure you that the people that you see on these platforms are not intellectual. They're just being blasted out in volume, while people like me are in high volumes. People like me who actually have the ability to communicate and to come together in a tribe because we know right from wrong. We know that what you're doing is wrong, and we are not going to tolerate for our grandchildren and for our children. We're not going to tolerate this kind of behavior. You're not going to come into our workplace and make our lives a living hell because you wanted to put eyelashes on. And we're not talking about Kristi Noem, who's out there on the front lines battling it out. No, we're talking about the Megyn Kellys and the people that are talking about the people as if they're not doing their job, when the reality is you as influencers are hindering our jobs and making our lives a complete living hell while you stand there and laugh in our faces. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a huge problem with watching Mona Van produce another piece of photography where Gary Vaynerchuk and the Lamusas stand in front of our faces to disrespect all of us once again. It is literally a disgrace to look at that Mona Van chick in our fucking faces when we are having concerns and problems with her homeland while you promote her ass as if she's some fucking queen. So you better take a fucking long, hard look at your ass and what you've decided to produce on your fucking platform and how disrespectful you've been to me. And that's all you should be worried about. Do you hear what I'm telling you, Gary Vaynerchuk? The only thing you need to be worried about is how you've disrespected me and how you're going to repair this motherfucking problem of what you fucking created. Your little ass running around with a bunch of fucking freaks in our fucking face from all across the globe to tell people to be kind, to weaken people's boundaries, and to make people think what entrepreneur is not under the Democrat umbrella, while you disrupt our side of the coin, of the side that actually works, while you drew in a crowd so you could bring in a Muslim to torture the entire country so you could, get your rocks off? So you could weaken the American people so that these Ponzi schemes could come together and you could go to a white party because you were never invited to a party in high school? Guess what? I wasn't invited to a party at high school either, but I didn't give two shits because nobody wants to go to a party with a bunch of bitches with Sarah Dennis and all the other fucking whores who literally gave BJs to people like Michael Rubin, and that would be Heather El Moussa and that ugly bitch Mona Van that you sleeping next to at night. So you better take a long, hard look at my fucking face because I ain't playing no fucking games with your dumb motherfucking asses. Fucking piece of shit.